As much as many owners love their Rottweilers, this breed isn't necessarily for everyone. While some people adore the Rottweiler's unique personality traits, their loyalty, confidence, and protective nature, they aren't necessarily a good fit for every owner. Have you heard about the amazing Rottweiler personality and are now dying to bring one home for yourself? Before you get carried away with excitement, it's best to slow down and do some more research before making such a big decision. Rottweilers are powerful, intelligent, and demanding dogs that can become a nightmare in the wrong hands. That's why in today's episode, we will share 13 reasons not to get a Rottweiler. Rottweilers have a powerful protective instinct. Rottweilers were originally bred to drive cattle and pull carts, but their real legacy is as protection dogs. They're naturally protective of their family and territory. This can be a huge bonus for owners who want a loyal guardian. But here's the problem. Without proper training and socialization, this protective instinct can turn into aggression. A Rottweiler doesn't know the difference between the friendly visitor and a threat unless you teach them. If you're not experienced with guardian breeds, if you can't commit to serious socialization from day one, or if you have frequent visitors, delivery people, or children's friends coming and going, this breed could become a liability. Their protective nature, when mismanaged, can lead to dangerous situations. Rottweilers need intense training and socialization. Number 2. Rottweilers need intense, consistent training and socialization. This isn't a breed you can wing it with. Rottweilers are incredibly smart. They learn quickly, which sounds great until you realize they also learn bad habits just as fast. They need firm, consistent leadership from day one. They need exposure to different people, animals, environments, and situations constantly throughout their first 2 years. If you're a first-time dog owner, if you don't have experience with dominant breeds, or if you're not prepared to invest serious time in training classes and daily practice, this breed will overwhelm you. An untrained Rottweiler isn't just a handful. They can be dangerous. They need a confident leader who sets clear boundaries. They are prone to separation anxiety. Number 3. They get lonely and anxious easily. The Rottweiler is a highly sociable breed that forms incredibly deep bonds with their family. These dogs aren't independent. They want to be with their people constantly. They'll follow you from room to room, lean against your legs, and want to be involved in everything you do. Most owners find this trait endearing. This devoted companionship is why people love Rottweilers. But if you spend long hours at work, if you prefer to spend your evenings out with friends, or if your family is always busy and on the go, you might want to choose a more independent breed. A lonely Rottweiler can become destructive, anxious, and even aggressive. They need their people, and they need them a lot. They shed a lot. Number 4. They shed more than you can imagine. A hallmark of the Rottweiler breed is that beautiful, short, dense black and tan coat. As sleek as that coat looks, it sheds constantly. And unlike long-haired dogs where hair clumps together, Rottweiler fur is short and sharp. It weaves itself into carpets, embeds in upholstery, and sticks to your clothes like Velcro. Be prepared to vacuum daily during shedding season. This short fur gets everywhere, in your food, on your furniture, on your work clothes. If you're a neat freak, if you can't stand dog hair on everything, or if anyone in your home has allergies, this might be the wrong breed. The extra grooming work of brushing regularly and vacuuming constantly is worth it for the breed's wonderful personality, but it can be a source of frustration for unprepared owners. Purebred Rottweilers develop more health problems. Number 5. Purebred Rottweilers develop more health problems. Overall, the Rottweiler is considered a sturdy and robust breed. However, like many purebred dogs, they are inherently more likely to deal with genetic problems than mixed breeds. Some disorders can be ruled out by genetic testing, and a responsible breeder will only breed dogs that have tested negative. Still, it's possible for a Rottweiler to develop a variety of serious conditions, including hip and elbow dysplasia, which is common in large breeds, aortic stenosis, a heart condition, certain cancers. Rottweilers have higher cancer rates than many breeds, and bloat, that life-threatening stomach twist we talked about in another video. These conditions are common enough that you need to be prepared. If you're especially nervous about potential health problems and expensive vet bills, a mixed-breed dog might be a better choice. Rottweilers are expensive. Number 6. Rottweilers are expensive. A well-bred Rottweiler from a reputable breeder typically costs between $1,500 and $4,000. That's just the initial cost. Cheaper Rottweilers on Craigslist or other sites might seem attractive at first, but they might end up costing you more in the long run. Firstly, many backyard breeders don't do necessary health testing, meaning your bargain puppy could have expensive genetic conditions. Secondly, without proper early socialization from a good breeder, you might end up with behavioral issues that require professional training. And thirdly, Rottweilers are large dogs. Everything costs more: food, vet care, boarding, medications. If you're on a tight budget, this is not the breed for you. They need heavy-duty equipment. Number 7. They need heavy-duty, expensive equipment. Rottweilers are powerful dogs. A cheap collar, flimsy leash, or standard crate won't hold them. You need reinforced collars or harnesses, strong leashes with secure hardware, and crates rated for powerful breeds. A Rottweiler can easily break cheap equipment, and if they decide to go after something while on a walk, your strength alone might not hold them back. You'll have to invest in proper training tools and equipment designed for powerful breeds. This isn't optional. It's safety equipment for you, your dog, and everyone around you. Bigger food bill. Number 8. Bigger food bill. Rottweilers cannot grow healthily on cheap, grain-filled dog food. These kinds of dog foods use grains as filler calories because they're cheaper to produce. But the Rottweiler is so large and active that they require high amounts of quality protein. This breed needs high-quality, high-protein food to ensure proper health, especially during their rapid growth phase as puppies. Feeding a Rottweiler cheap food leads to developmental problems, poor coat condition, and health issues down the road. You'll be going through a 40-pound bag of food every few weeks. That adds up fast. If you're not prepared for a significant monthly food budget, choose a smaller breed. Space requirements. Number 9. Space needs. The Rottweiler is much larger than many other breeds, and as a result, they need adequate space. While they can adapt to apartment living if exercised sufficiently, they do best with a house and a securely fenced yard. It's important for this breed to have space of its own, where it can move and relax. Living in a tiny apartment with no yard and limited exercise opportunities will cause a Rottweiler stress, especially if they don't have room to stretch out. It's possible for a Rottweiler to live in an apartment provided it's large enough and you commit to multiple long walks daily, but honestly, they're happier with space. Rottweilers can be anxious. Number 10. Rottweilers can be anxious and sensitive. As a large, powerful guardian breed, you might assume these massive dogs are full of confidence and fear nothing. But many Rottweilers are surprisingly sensitive and can develop anxiety without proper support. They're deeply attuned to their owner's emotions. If you're anxious, they become anxious. If you're inconsistent, they become confused and stressed. They can also find too much stimulation overwhelming. In situations with loud noises, crowded spaces, or chaotic environments, they may become stressed or reactive. This sensitivity means they need calm, consistent leadership and controlled exposure to new situations. They're not the bomb-proof, unshakable dogs many imagine. They attach to one person. Number 11. They often attach most deeply to one person. Rottweilers form incredibly deep bonds with their families, but they frequently choose one special person as their primary human. While they're friendly and loving with everyone in the family, there's often one person they're truly bonded to, the one they follow, lean on, and watch constantly. For that chosen person, it's an incredible experience. But for others in the household, it can sometimes feel like the dog tolerates them, but doesn't truly love them the same way. If you're getting a family dog and want a breed that loves everyone equally, a Rottweiler might disappoint you. They love their family, but their heart belongs to one person most deeply. Greater risk of liability. Number 12. Greater risk of liability and discrimination. This is an unfortunate reality of owning a Rottweiler. Many breeds face discrimination, but Rottweilers are often on restricted breed lists for housing, insurance, and even in some cities. Finding rental housing with a Rottweiler can be extremely difficult. Your homeowner's or renter's insurance might not cover you, or your rates might increase. You'll face judgment from strangers who cross the street when they see you coming. If your dog ever bites someone, even if provoked, the consequences are more severe because of breed stigma. This isn't fair, but it's reality. Before getting a Rottweiler, check your local laws, your insurance policy, and your housing situation. This breed comes with legal and social complications you need to be ready for. They stay puppy-like for years. Number 13. They stay puppy-like for years, but that's not always cute. Rottweilers mature slowly, mentally and physically. They don't fully mature until around 2 to 3 years old, sometimes later. That means years of puppy energy, puppy curiosity, and puppy mischief in a rapidly growing, powerful body. An 80-pound adolescent Rottweiler who wants to play can knock over children, elderly relatives, or furniture without meaning to. That adorable puppiness that owners love, it's also exhausting. They need consistent training, exercise, and supervision for years longer than many other breeds. If you're looking for a calm, settled dog that's ready to lounge on the couch, you might want an older rescue rather than a puppy. A young Rottweiler is a lot of work for a long time. The reputation challenge. One more, because it matters. The reputation challenge. Rottweilers have a fearsome reputation, and whether fair or not, you'll deal with it constantly. People will cross the street. Children's parents won't want your dog near their kids. You'll hear, "Isn't that a dangerous breed?" constantly. Your dog will have to be an ambassador for their breed every single day. Perfectly behaved, calm, friendly, just to counter the stereotypes. And if your dog ever has a bad moment, the judgment is 10 bay harsher than for a Labrador. This constant pressure can be exhausting. You need to be prepared to handle public perception and be an advocate for your dog constantly.